If at all, let's take a look. All right, let's see. Where are we at? Okay. All right, seems like the audio's good. Yep, got a little lag there. All right, so we are live. What are we doing? Watching from work. What's happening, Left for Dead? HG, how are you doing, brother? I've got another monitor set up that I can come over that's running the live so I can check out any comments in the live chat. Step over here in front of the camera. Tell why I'm actually doing this live. I was sitting there staring at the news about what's going on in the world, and it just ain't good. And found myself with anxiety getting up and start worrying about crap. Well, you know what? Turn that crap off, man. I'm gonna check in on it a few times a day, and I just thought I'd give somebody something else to look at. You can step into my world and look at my disaster of a shop. We're probably gonna get in here and do a little straightening up. We may work on the comment, but just hang out. Anybody who wants to jump in and get off the news for a little while, calm your anxieties, and just chat with me, and you're welcome to come on in. This is the first time I've done anything like this. Like I said, just trying to give somebody an opportunity to do something different than stare at that idiot box for a little while. So there you go. Like I said, we'll try to check in on the comments and see if anybody's come in and talking to us or not. Let's see. What's up, Tanner? Good to see you, brother. Yeah, HG, you start hearing them talking about all this crazy stuff, and I'm just like, dude, I mean, I got to turn that mess off. It'll warp your brain, man. I got my portable mic on, so it should be able to cover me. Even if I go off screen, you should still be able to hear me. So, I'm actually kind of embarrassed to even show the shop. It looks like a garage has thrown up, and everything just kind of went up and then landed where it landed. But, whatever. I've just been working and not cleaning, so that's all I can say. I'll move it over. And if you notice any, interference, say on the, leave one idiot box for another smaller idiot box. Oh, you're a comical genius, Tanner. Oh my God. So next time I see you, I'm gonna kick your rear end. I just want you to know that. I'm kidding. You're welcome anytime, brother. But anyway, if I move the camera and you suddenly start hearing some interference, just let me know. Just leave something down in the comments, because I don't want to turn this other volume up too loud on my monitor and have some kind of feedback. I don't think there would be, but I just don't want to turn the volume up on it. So we'll move in a little closer, and you can see the disaster I'm working with. It's like, oh my God, I've just got to do something different here. Yeah, it's a mess. If you look over there under the left, over here, we've got a completely stripped down small block 350. Over here is the 327, got it on a stand that my son Ben bought for his project. I don't know, you probably saw that video running. Really hadn't dug into this motor to see what all's in it, but this is the one that we took the valve cover off, and it was like, holy crap, paid $300 for this thing, and it's got roller tip rockers. I'm just curious as to what all's in the bottom end of this motor. Good grief. Uh, that's a smoking deal any day of the week. Move my monitor over a little closer. All right, guys, you just gonna have to forgive me because, like I said, this is the first time I've ever gone live like this, and it's just gonna be what it is. It's like I said in the description, just hanging out with me in the shop. Give somebody else something to look at. Other than that big idiot box, Tanner? All right. Where to start? Hell, I don't even know. At the beginning, I guess. Start putting some things where they go. Good grief. I don't even want to look in there either. I guess we just start putting things up. That's all I know to do. They're gonna close? Yes. No, Tanner, that the 327's fine. I tell you though, I may have to pull the headers off of it, and I'm considering building, because I've got some angle iron around here somewhere, maybe down in the sheds, but I'm considering building one of those small, you know, what am I trying to say, cradle type engine mounts where it just sits on the floor and you put 4 rollers on it and can roll it around. And that way I can get my 260 stuck on this engine stand and be able to, like I said, move this motor around a little easier. And actually, I think if I build it low enough, I can probably stick it under the bench. I don't know. If I threw some crap away around here, like the 4.3 sitting over here under the bench currently with the rod and crank that's probably no good. The rod knock. Crank's probably smoked in it. So, oh man, where do I start? Good grief. Start by putting some crap away. Jump box need charging? Nope, it's fine. See who we got. What's up, half-assed? Figured I'd slide over here and read my comments real quick. Yeah, we're doing well today. Let's see. Yeah, Left for Dead. I see that pretty good chance I'll be long hauling the power tour. I'll be roughly down your way after the second day. Yeah, we'll be talking. Where do you plan on turning back for your hometown to get back into the Carolinas? Because, like I told you, we've got a family event that we have planned since I don't know, sometime last year, and it just so happens that they announced the power tour, but it is coming to Pensacola, so I may try to, if nothing else, just go over for the for the day to the Pensacola stop site. It really upset me that, because I mean, it's literally in my backyard. What's up, Brian? You doing all right, brother? Rounding them up. There he is, Brian Beeler. If you're looking for a car, this man right here, get on his, go check him out. If you're looking for a car, he'll probably be able to find it. Reach out to him, message him, tell him what you're looking for. He'll get out there and find it for you. Dude, HG, if you are able to do the whole thing, I'd love to meet up with you. Maybe we could do a meet up in Pensacola. That would be awesome, dude. Alrighty, half-ass. Good to see you, brother. Don't forget to hang out with me and forget to make a phone call. What's my go-to style? I see you commented there, Tanner. What's my go-to style? Open a drawer and throw crap in it in my toolbox. No, I just kidding. I try to have a drawer for screwdrivers, a drawer for different kinds of pliers, drawer for half-inch sockets, half-inch drive stuff, drawer for 3/8. I just break it down like that. I don't get too carried away. My organizational skills are not what you would call great. Yeah, HG, we need to get together and plan on that, man, because like I said, we could do a video that you could put on your channel and I could put on mine, where we get together and hang out for a little bit. I'd love to see your car. You planning on driving the big block car, right? And are y'all going to have the El Camino done in time? That's the question. Yeah, half-assed. Today, I'm not gonna say we're into spring yet. Yeah, I can address you too. Let's see. Yeah, Brian. Sorry guys, I'm trying to read comments and respond. Let's see. Anyway, yeah, Brian. And as far as those quarter sections that I don't need the whole quarter either. I really just need the outer skin section on that deal. You just let me know what you need on as far as price on that, and we'll get together and work that out. So. To keep the box or to throw it away? Good grief. I think I'm just going to put these instructions. This is my new auto darkening, my Harbor Freight auto darkening hood, welding hood. It actually works pretty good, you know, if you just need a cheap second hood to have around, you know. It's I think I paid, I don't know if this, I can't remember if this was a $75 one or the $99 one, but if you just need to have a good second hood to have around, this thing works really well. I was really surprised. You know, say you're gonna teach your kid and you don't want to go pop on a Miller for, you know, 250 bucks. It works. You know, my eyes ain't burned, and like I said, it's this particular one, the Titan 7 square E. Let's see, what is that? TI-TCWH7. It's got grinding mode. It's got, you can use it for plasma. You can use it for TIG, MIG. It's got, I mean, it goes up to a shade 13. And I think it, you know, it adjusts. It's got all kinds of modes and adjustments in between. And maybe it won't last as long as a Miller. I don't know. But you know, for 75, this one may have been 99 bucks. I don't know. I can't remember it. My wife got it for me. She asked me what I wanted for Valentine's Day, and this is what I got. But I think I'm just gonna put the instructions for this in the nothing else down there, in the fixed shade box. Because I bought a fixed shade and I couldn't see out of it because I think it's an 11. No, fixed shade 10. So, and before I had this cataract surgery, I could not see. It was killing me. I don't even know where that fixed shade hood is. It may be in the car. Oh, good grief. Don't let your shops get like this, guys. I need to spend some money so I can run some real airlines. And I need to pay somebody to come out here and do some electrical. I want to get 220 dropped in the shop and a couple more legs of 110. Because right now, the only electrical I have in the shop is one leg of 110. And they even wired on this circuit when somebody added a outside security light, which I'm probably going to disable and take out. They wired it off of this circuit. Let's see. Let's see. The LS swap, OBS, and hopefully the Elko. Okay. All right. Yeah, Brian, as far as the good weather and right now, well, as far as the garage doing better, and you, brother, you work with what you got. You know, I've been working in the driveway my whole life, so I see those temporary tents you have up. You got a way to get out of the weather. That's, you know, that's all you can ask for. As far as the good weather, I'm not going to say spring has sprung here, because we got to get through about midway through April before we're completely out of the woods on any bad weather. But what I will say is spring may not have sprung, but she has poked her head up and stood up on her tippy toes. What's up, half-assed? Good to see you back. Yeah, the auto shades are definitely a game changer. You need 4-speed trans for the Stick 64 Cyclone. Last part I need. And you're which one you looking for? Top loader, I'm thinking on that transmission, Brian. I've seen a few for sale here, man, but good grief, they're wanting big money for them, you know. They're wanting, good grief, I've seen them $500 and $600 for a stupid top loader, and I mean, it's like, you know, I know it's a top loader, but come on. So, what kind of price you looking to pay? Drop me a comment down there, and I'll try to keep an eye out for you. Any of you guys in here on the chat now know of where Brian Beeler might be able to come up with a 4-speed? Just go over and subscribe to his channel, because like I said, if you're looking for a car, you should tell Brian what you're looking for. Dude, he beats the bushes. He might be able to find you what you're looking for. Sorry guys, I had to take a sip of water. See, there you go, HG. Thank you, appreciate that, brother. We're all in this community together, trying to look out for one another, trying to help each other out. And that's exactly what Brian does. Like I said, I don't know if you guys have ever seen his channel and when he does his rounding them up videos, but he gets on there and he beats Craigslist, Marketplace, and I don't know, what else do you do, Brian? You doing something. Seems like you're looking somewhere else, but he's finding the cars, man, and he don't screw around with those people that do the price 1, 2, 3. You know, you got to post and you got to be legit. He kind of vets them out. You know, he ain't screwing with you if you're you know, you're trying to play that stupid game. Okay. Uh, Tow trucks, you gonna be doing any of the ramp trucks? Because those are real popular right now. Uh, Brian Baylor, drop a link to your channel down there so everybody can see who you are. I'm busy, or I'd do it, or have my daughter do it for you. But I'm not really in a position to where I can drop a link. But you drop a link. Anybody who wants to drop a link to their channel that's not subscribed to somebody else, you feel free to drop it right here. You're more than welcome. There's enough room on this YouTube platform for us all to be together. I don't I don't get offended if somebody drops a link to their channel. Yeah, I mean, you know, you got to kind of have an idea of what you want. You know, I've seen some cars recently, you know, and they didn't like my comment on it. Dude was selling. I think it was a. It wasn't. I don't even think it was an SS Chevelle, like a heavy Chevy 70 or 70 to 72. I mean, this thing was a basket case, man. It was just, I think it was pretty, I don't think it was an SS, and the dude had 10 grand on it, and it was a complete basket case. Needed everything. And I'm thinking, dude, no. You know, you've been watching too much Barrett Jackson or something. Air hose is driving me nuts. I gotta get a reel for it or something. I need to get with my dad. He was telling me about this shop air system that you can put in your shop, and it's like this hard line. It's push lock. All right, guys, watch your ears. Let me just undo that and get rid of it. I'm gonna have to take this outside and stretch it out. Grief. Not my favorite kind of air hose, but it was free, so I'm not going to argue too much. Real quick audio check. Somebody dropped that everything sounds okay. All right. Oh yeah. It's asking me to. I hear you half-assed. Let's see, man. Some of the passenger. Yeah, Brian. On the let's see. You said you might need some of the passenger side. Look, we can get together and like I said, if you're able to cut some, even the rusty metal off of, and you know, we can work them out. Let me just turn my I'll turn around to the passenger side. I don't know if you remember what mine looks like or not. I got my windsock on, but it's getting a little windy out here. But you see that down there? Somebody cut it off completely. I mean, and I mean, no metal, none. I'm not gonna move that fender because it's usually loud, but anyway, like I said, I have no metal down there at all. And even if I had rusty metal that I could, you know, make an attempt at fixing, at least I'd have the shape. You know what I mean? Yeah, half-assed. Like I said, I'm gonna have to get with my dad. He was telling me about this system that you can put in your shop, and it's not real expensive, and it's like plug and play. It's designed for air compressor, You probably can't see it. Let me look at the shot. I'll point right over here. I have a what do you call it? It's just an old air tank from an old compressor, and I got a bunch of crap sitting on top of it right now. But I'm going to use it as a extension tank to my little compressor over here in the corner. Yamiko, I don't know what you're saying down there, buddy. Oh my God. My miscellaneous bolt bucket. Yeah, I gotta find the pump that goes in that kit. Headed to work, baby? Yeah. All right. Be right back, fellas. Tell my daughter goodbye. Headed to work. All right, we live, baby.
All right.
Love you. Be careful going to work. Let me get my air hose up so you don't run over it. Yeah, try to never run over my air hoses if you don't mind. I just laid it out here so it would warm up in the sun and coil up a little better. You go ahead. By the time you get ready, I'll have it gone. We'll see you tonight.
Good night.
Love you too, baby. She was 5 years old yesterday, fellas. Today, she's running the little Camry that I built, put back together, and driving herself to work. Yeah, gray hair. And some of us to mods, we'll get rid of them. To be honest, I don't know how to go in there and do that just yet there half-assed, but I'm going to be figuring that out. Because, yeah, I would definitely not have a problem with y'all being moderators. You or HG. HG threw me in as moderator on. Yeah, make sure y'all go over and hit the like button too. Y'all know how that always helps the silly algorithm. Yeah, I'll have to take a look at that some other time, half-assed, as far as doing the moderator. Alright, what? Oh, back. Okay, good to see you there, Tanner. Yeah, I probably just need to update this page. It's not showing. I just wanted to give everybody a reminder to hit the like button if you hadn't already done so. Good grief. Anything under 5K, 10K, not sure yet. Yeah, some of those ramp trucks can be kind of pricey. Yeah, Brian, we'll be getting together on them quarters, because I'll have to show you. Well, shoot, they're laying right over here. I can show you. It's not a big deal. I can show you. I paid $250. Here's one. There's one of the panels. There's a guy on the Comet. He's on the Facebook page. He made 2 of these, okay? And this is the rear, as you can tell, it's the rear section of the wheel well opening, okay? And he made the passenger side and the driver's side. And by the time I paid for shipping and everything, I think I was right at $300 for these sections right here. And like I said, this is the back side of the wheel opening on both sides of the car. He built a buck and hand hammered these pieces himself. And he's like, well, it's not perfect. I'm like, dude, I'm not looking for perfect. I'm just looking for the shape. I'm not a metal man, so I mean, you know, there's no way in the world I could ever do anything like this. So anyway, it's got the shape. I've laid it on the car. It fits pretty stinking good, actually. But he hasn't started reproducing the front section because it's got a really sharper curve. He's done some for his car, and he's done some others, but he wasn't happy with how it turned out. I'm like, dude, if it's even close, hit me up, because I have nothing. And actually, kind of what I want to do is I don't know if I want to try to extend it in the middle or move the whole thing forward. But when they built this Comet, you either need to set the rear end back about 3/4 of an inch, or you've got to move the wheel well a little bit forward, because with a 14-inch tire, there's not that much room between the tire and the wheel well. It's crazy. But yeah, I paid like $300 to get them shipped here. I think they were $250 or $275, and then you had to pay shipping. So had them set slow boat. I think they came UPS. They may even come US mail. I don't even remember. This box is over here. It may have shipping information on it. Wasn't too bad because they're light. It's not real heavy. Yeah, UPS. He sent them UPS ground. So, and the shipping was, like I said, it was not marginal. It wasn't that expensive. T5 fabric. Yeah, probably would. I'm trying to catch up on some of these comments. Let's see. Oh, you trying to drop your link didn't work in there, Brian? Yeah, it's kind of that lower. It's that where it's got the dent in the side, Brian. It's I'll see if I can get you a better shot of it. Let you look. But yeah, you see you can see where they cut it, like right down here. And it's like 3 inches, and it drops down to about an inch back there, I think, in the very back. But below where the dent is, they cut. It's down below that, so I need below that. And this car has got, if y'all have watched, y'all seen, it's got a good bit of rust. Make sure y'all. All right. Yeah, Half Fast. I appreciate you jumping in there, man. I hope you have a great day too. Door to bumper. Yeah, Brian. On the shipping, Brian. Yeah, you ship them. We're gonna ship them slow boat, because I mean it's not like, I'm trying to get a car. It's not like I'm taking my daily driver and trying to get it. I'm building a car, so it just is what it is. If it takes a week or a week and a half to get parts, I'm not. I don't get too strung too tight about it. Elbrock AFB. Just bought the eBay metering rod kit, gasket kit to go through this old carburetor. Got a friend of mine trying to get an old truck running. We've got an HEI distributor that's missing. He's missing the carburetor, HEI distributor, and somewhere in that pile over there I've got a spread board, a square board adapter plate. So that mess back out there. Yeah, here's the metering rod kit, the overhaul gasket kit with floats that look like somebody stepped on one of the floats. It's got a dent in it, but you know, hey, Chinesium. But gaskets look decent, you know. So, hey, what can you say? There's that. I'm gonna throw that Nissan alternator away. I'm just not gonna fool with it. Y'all watch that video. I think that one's just too far gone to me even fool with. Probably ought to drag a garbage can over here by the door. No. Anybody still with us, or are we down to 0? Got one watching. I guess that's Brian. I don't know who's still with me here. You got 2 watching. Somebody else come in. Drop a comment. Let me know who's still hanging out with me. We try to sort through some of this manure. Batteries, yeah. Working flashlight. What do you know? Washer tank I got to put in my daughter's Camry. Good grief. Got more junk sitting around. Anybody know what that is? I got to get that to a friend of mine. I don't hunt, but he might be able to use it. Stringing a deer up. Man, I don't even want to go across the side box. There's so much crap got piled up there. Right, I don't do it. What's up, 615 in the house? Good to see you, brother. We're just piddling around in the shop right now, man. I don't know if you caught the beginning of it, but I was just trying to give somebody something else to watch. But what's going on in the stinking news right now, man? Stuff give you an anxiety attack. So just gonna do a little hangout for a little while. Lost connection after hitting that like. Oh, I'm glad you're back, brother. Glad you're back. I guess the audio is okay. Everybody here all right? You got to peel out? All right, man. We'll holler at you later. Look, we'll get together. I'll try to send you a message. You know, we got a lot of time between now and then, but we can get together and do some videos together down there in Pensacola. That would be awesome, dude. So we'll see you. Take care, HG. It's pretty cool. This is a bag of HEI AC Delco spark plug wires, still fresh in the bag, and these were bought new in about 95, and a friend of mine gave them to me. He had what's that he had? Some kind of 80s model Oldsmobile, and was getting ready to tune it up and go through it and do a bunch of work. And he was living in an apartment complex, and you know those Easy Steel GMs. Somebody came in and stole his car and destroyed it. They found it about a week later, and they had beat the glass out of it. They had poured paint all over it. They had destroyed the upholstery. And what you have to understand about this guy is he currently has, I want to say it's a 99 Toyota Tacoma. It still almost looks new on the outside. It doesn't look like anybody's ever sat on the seats unless they were gift wrapped. Upholstery's perfect. Truck's nearly perfect and has over 200,000 miles. He takes meticulous care of his stuff. I talked to his wife about it. He won't even talk about it to this day. It makes him sick to his stomach to talk about that Oldsmobile. But anyway, we were puttering around in his garage one day, and he's like, "You think you could use these?" I was like, "Yeah, at some point. A pair of GM HEI wires." I'm like, "Shoot, yeah, I can use them at some point." So, but anyway, let's see what it says on them. Yeah, these are the good ones. These are the Packard Delcors, and these were like factory wires nearly. Put them out there. Go over here to my parts bin area. This is where all my spare parts go to reside, here on the back wall. I don't see from way back over there, but this is my shop manual cabinet. We've got all kinds. This is from one of my dad's right here. The 19, he got it for Christmas. I think this is one of the ones. Let's see, it's probably inscribed by my mother somewhere. I'm not sure. Let's see. Maybe not. I used to have one that had Merry Christmas, whatever year. My mom had signed it on the inside. I think this is it. Right. Come on, get up in there. The old Chilton's manuals. Let's see if this is the one. At this point, my old man had only been mechanicking for, I don't know, a handful of years. Let's see if this is the book. Yep, to Larry. for Christmas, 1975, from Marcia and Brian. So there you go. And he'd only been mechanicing probably a couple of years by that point. But this is you can see it's been a well-loved book. It's a little tatty, a little worn, but yeah, it was my dad's book, and you know, there's a lot of information in these old Chilton's manuals about. This one was for American cars from '69 to '76. A lot of good information in this old book. That's why it stays around. Good. I'm assuming that's on the audio. Later, brother. I'm not subscribed. Any of you guys, I want to try to look y'all. Yeah, Brian, if you can look these guys up, a lot of these guys putting out some really good content, some really good, interesting stuff. I've been following them for a while. I can't even remember a lot of times how we even met, but it's just, it is what it is. Met them, and the Left for Dead Garage, super cool guy. He's over in the Carolinas. Name's HG. He started out slow, but he's getting his wheels under him, and he's working his way. He's getting close to 1,000. He was 850, 860 or something the other day I was looking. So, but yeah, I've talked with him. Not that I'm some kind of YouTube expert, because I certainly am not, but I gave him a couple pointers on some things to do with his to change on his video and how he was doing some stuff. But you know, because I certainly, like I said, I'm certainly not an expert, and there's certainly things I need to do better on my own channel. But plastic containers. Stick these up here. Drag this down and show it to you guys. This is my carburetor that came with this old Mercury Comet. It's a 600 or 650 CFM vacuum secondary. So it was supposedly tuned and tweaked by a local Holly guy who's really good at what he does. And I was told to not mess with any of the tuning and to clean it up and put it on the car, and it would run. So I'm going to take the man at his word, and we're going to try that when it gets that time. You know what I mean? Get up there and lay down and take a nap. It'll be all right. We're working on it. Just take a break. Oh man, we made a little progress in here. I can actually walk around a little bit. Yeah, got them three. Yeah, man. Yeah, definitely. We just fixing to throw some stuff away because I'm tired of looking at it in the shop. It is what it is. I hate it. I guess you can't keep everything. You know? Just, I try to keep the parts that matter the most. But some of this crap and some stuff my son has put in here, and I don't even know what it is or why. But, you know, it is what it is. Sorry, son. I hate it. Snap. Because I know somebody at some point paid big money for that. But it's got to get out of my shop. I'm tired of walking around it. Bye-bye. Yeah, I just get to a point to where, or I'm at the point to where I've just got to look and go, is this serving me? Is there some real purpose for this? If not, it needs to go. Good grief. I drop a comment. Is your shop like that? You just got crap in here and you're like, why am I keeping this? Yeah, I'm at 1274, so it wasn't easy considering I've got less than 400 Facebook friends. Or 100 Facebook friends. Yeah, he'll be fine, Tanner. He'll get over it. Sorry. But what they gotta keep in mind is keeping me held up from actually working on their junk. So, you know, what can I say? I have 3 sheds and a garage tent, but just bought this place last year, and it's mine. I love it, brother. Love it. It's yours, and it is what it is. You do the best what you got until you can do better. You know what I mean? I would never make fun of somebody's shop because we're all just trying to do the best we can do. You know what I mean? Yeah, do the best we can do till we can do better. That's all I can say. So. Alright guys, let's see. How long have we been on here? Let's see. Let's see. What time is it now? It is 2 o'clock. I got on here about 1:15. Been almost on now, almost an hour. I think we're going to go for a little while longer before I jump off here. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm putting out. I'm the same way. I'm putting out content and building cars, but I've been doing it my whole life too. But not to the scale that I can now. It's just because of the position I'm at in life now. You know, I'm finally at a point where I'm making enough money. My wife's back working. We homeschooled our kids. She stayed home with them. So everything was on a tight budget. So I didn't get to build and do what I wanted. Back when I was starting my YouTube channel, I had that 67 Mustang, and I did a couple of things on it. But I just really wasn't into YouTube as much back then. And I did a couple tutorial videos. And looking back on building that car now and knowing what I know about YouTube now, dude, if I knew what I knew back then, what I know now back then, I'd have had my foot hard on the gas when I was building that 67 Mustang. And I would have been a lot further along with my YouTube channel than I am now. It's just a great big old learning curve, learning how to YouTube. You know what I mean? You got to put out content that people want to see. You got to be interesting. They want you to be funny. I'm certainly no Puddin's Fab Shop. That's another channel if you hadn't ever seen, you need to go check out. But you know, I am who I am. You know, I like helping other people out. That's why I put that other kind of content on my channel. Real quick, I can give you a real quick rundown. I'm probably going to do a video on this. My dad was a mechanic for 50 years. Okay, so I grew up in this stuff. You know, surprised if my dad had seen this live, he probably would have been on there. But for whatever reason, the little tablet thing he uses, he doesn't get notifications. He'll probably end up watching this stuff in replay. But my dad's still in the game, man. He doesn't bend wrenches like he used to, but occasionally he'll get out there and he works on his truck, my mom's Camry, and But he stays up with all this stuff. He's constantly on the computer. He's constantly reading. He's looking at this new technology. He's reading this. He's reading that. He tells me all this stuff all the time. He turns me on to stuff. Give me stuff to read. Uh, but he keeps his head in the game. He's got a friend down where he lives that's got a shop, and occasionally he'll have one of those head scratchers. You know, problem problem children. In the mechanic game, you run into them, you find those problem childs, and sometimes you got to have another set of eyes to put on something. So my dad will go down to his shop, and particularly since, like I said, my dad was a Toyota mechanic in the '70s and the '80s. He was I don't know if you're familiar with the car care nut, but he's a master Toyota technician up in Chicago and got a channel. My dad was the car care nut back in the '70s and the '80s. My dad went to all kinds of Toyota schools. Um, was there. He was working at the dealer when the '86 and a half Supra came out. Uh, he was there. He was there. Well, I think the Supra actually came out. When did the good grief? When did the Supra come out? Was it '79? I don't remember, but he was there when they took the Celica and stretched it, and then they put that. I think it's a MK1 something. They put that. He put a inline six in that Celica, and a stretched nose Celica is basically what it was. But anyway, my old man's, like I said, been doing this for 50 years, and that's how I got into it, and that's you know. So I'm rambling. Let me get back to cleaning. We're going to look at comments real quick before I do that. Yeah, it is a big learning curve, Brian. And you've been doing a real good job on those rounding them ups. You get a good voiceover. It's really good. Yeah, I didn't do anything on setting up the uh, the chat box either. It helps, Brian, if you've got somebody that's in there that can be a moderator for you. That's just, like say you told me that you were going to go live, and it was at a time when I could come on with you. You can add me as a moderator, where if somebody comes in and leaves a comment uh, that's not right, you can ban them. If somebody's trying to do something crazy. Um, but what I did see, I hadn't seen before. I have gone live a few other times, uh, just real briefly, nothing like this. But when I set this live up this time, one of the things it said in there, and it appears to be a new feature, is hold inappropriate comments um, for your review. And when I was looking at comments earlier, I dropped down, and Half Fast had left a comment, and for some reason, it was nothing wrong with the comment. It was perfectly fine. But YouTube, I think because it had garbage or something in there, maybe that was a trigger word to hold that comment. But it held that comment for me until I went over and hit the button and said that it was okay to post that comment, because he hadn't said anything inappropriate, so it automatically triggered that. So if you're afraid somebody's gonna get on there and use profanity or say something, not that I don't cuss, because I am a mechanic. I'm prone to say a ugly word. As I say, I love Jesus, but sometimes I cuss too. you know. Uh, anyway, we sidebar there. But yeah, I don't put out a bunch of stuff on there because I don't know when somebody's kid's around, and I certainly don't want to say something to offend somebody, or possibly cut down on my viewership. And to be quite frank, I mean, cussing's not not the best thing you can do. particularly on your YouTube channel. And if somebody cusses, it's on their channel. That's fine. It's your thing, man. It's okay. But I try to not do that on my channel. You know, just me. And you know, I don't judge anybody that does. It's okay. So. Brian, on that could be cool video on do for car channels how to go live. There are, if you look it up, uh, it may not specifically be for car guys on how to go live, but there's a lot of videos out there on how to go live. And like I said, I just did this one as an impromptu, just real quick. I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna go live today. Um, Actually, let me tell you this. Uh, I didn't go to bed till I probably didn't fall asleep till like 1:30 this morning. And I said, well, I'm gonna set the alarm and I'm gonna wake up my wife. My wife's a school teacher. She's up before the sun's up, and she's rolling out to go be a school teacher. And I said, I'll get up and I'll fix her some eggs and bacon, which I do a lot of days. I'll get up and fix her eggs, or, fix her breakfast for her and help her get out the door. That alarm went off. I got up. She was getting her shower. She's getting ready to go. I went to little boy's room. I said, let me just lay back down here for a minute. Dude, next thing I know, she was waking me up. She was kissing me goodbye. And the next time I rolled over and looked at the clock, it was 11 o'clock this morning. I was like, oh, crap, what happened? And I sat there and I texted my daughter. She's in the next room. I said, can you bring me a cup of coffee? I had her reheat me a cup of coffee. It's a mess. But, hey, I run on a sleep deficit most days. So, apparently my body said, nope, you're shutting down. You're getting some sleep today, buddy. Yeah, man. Look, you got to be you on your channel, okay, Brian? And let me get on my stump about your smoking, okay, brother? I love you. I don't want nothing to happen to you. I smoked for a long time myself, and I had November the 1st, 2018, I had a major heart attack. Um, I was very, very fortunate that the doctors were able to save my life, and um, they opened up 100% blockage on the widowmaker, and it's directly due to my smoking. I know it was. Well, not 100, and I like to eat. Don't get me wrong, but the combination of the two, it's not good. And you'll never hear me say anything about your smoking ever again. And I certainly don't kick anybody for smoking. Look, I did it for a long time. I love the cigarette. I mean, I could probably smoke one right now and just, man, I love the cigarette. But if you I really encourage you to quit. And it ain't easy. God, it ain't easy. And I traded one addiction for another. I mean, I don't know if you know what snooze is. If you've had it, it's like dip, but it's not. You put the patch in, and it gives you your nicotine, but you don't. It's non-spit. So, I've traded one addiction for nicotine for another, and I eventually got to give these up too, because the nicotine, of course, it's not good for your heart. Makes your heart speed up, all that other stuff. But mine's stable, so not kicking you for your smoking, man. I promise you. But if you can try to give it up, you know, I'm in your corner and be your biggest supporter. I promise you. So. So where are we at in this dump? Oh, I got a bag of tools down here. And whenever I go to looking for tools that should be in my toolbox, I always forget that I have taken and I will have gone to the junkyard or something, and I got my junkyard bag, So I'll throw me a few wrenches and stuff in here, and then I'll come in, I'll be exhausted, tired, whatever, and I'll just throw it on the floor of the shop, and then, you know, a week or two later, I'll go, where the heck is my crescent wrench? And, well, you know, well, there it is. Or, where are my channel locks? Where are my side cutters? You know, well, there they are, right there. Oh, dude, these are like super cool. I don't know if you've seen these. Got these at O'Reilly's, but what brand? These are they're Titan brand tool. They've got, it looks like there's a couple of crimping places on there for crimping, but they've got that needle nose. And you see how they're made offset like that? I was like, I'll try them. Dude, if you see a pair of these, pick these up. These offset handles like that, dude, I would never have thought that they would have made much of a difference. Big difference. These little dudes are handy. Sockets, wrenches, and lay that dude right there. Get down. That, see, I'm looking for my good 3/8" ratchet. This is one my son bought me for Christmas a year or two ago, when one of my other ones took a poop. It didn't. It's actually this Stanley Ratchet. Like, how did this even happen? Bring you in close. The selector, the little nib for where you can flip the selector back and forth. I'm like, how did that even break off? I don't even know. Ratchet still works pretty good, but man, it's a pain in the butt to switch from forward to reverse. It's a good ratchet. Other than that, it's like, so my son, being kind soul that he was, knew that I needed a ratchet and bought me one. So there you go. Show you this real quick, even though it's a disaster on the side box. You see that toolbox right there? This is why I say don't do drugs, kids. Don't know how many of y'all know this or not, but about a year and, it's coming up on a year and a half now, we moved my father-in-law in with us, and my father-in-law is 76, lives with us. But this was his son's toolbox, and when we moved him away from where he was, this was in his old shop. This toolbox is full Mac, side box, and these two top boxes have been sitting, oh God, 10 or 12 years. They belong to my brother-in-law. My brother-in-law OD'd on Oxycontin. It was back in the real height of all the addiction and all that stuff to Oxycontin, and he just took too much and didn't make it. My brother-in-law was a mechanic. And my father-in-law said that he was tired of seeing this toolbox sit, and we had rented a U-Haul to go pick up my father-in-law, and we went by his old shop and loaded it up. So in honor to my brother-in-law, I have he had his pictures of his wife and his kids and all that stuff displayed up on the top of the toolbox, and I will never add a sticker, never add a picture. I'll never change anything about this toolbox as long as I have it. This toolbox will remain as he had it. The only thing I've done is added my tools to the drawers, but as far as the way it's decorated, this toolbox will remain this way in honor of him from now on. So there you go. A little sad story, but hey, his memory lives on. And old Joe, he was a hot rodder, and I just hate that he got caught up in the drugs. He ended up with a back injury, was taking pain pills for that, ended up getting addicted. And, well, you've heard the story a million times. You know how that goes. And next thing you know, on that slippery slope. Well, he didn't make it, man. And wouldn't listen to nobody. So, I don't know, man. It's sad, but, you know, it is what it is. I need to come up with a drawer for my pipe wrench. Where am I going to put a pipe wrench? I don't know if you're still in here, Tanner, but you asked earlier about toolbox organization. I got all my screwdrivers and a couple small pry bars in that drawer, pliers or anything like a plier, pinch off tools, spark plug boot wires if you're too chicken to reach down and grab a running spark plug to unplug it, oil filter wrench, anything that kind of looks like a plier goes in that drawer. This one I hadn't utilized. It's kind of a junk drawer at this point. Another junk drawer, hadn't utilized it too well. 3/8 inch extensions, 6 to 9 inch, and 3/8 inch ratchets and spark plug sockets. 1/4 inch drive ratchets and 1/4 inch drive extensions in this drawer. Nothing in this drawer really. Kind of a junk drawer, but this top drawer, big top drawer, is 1/2 inch, and there may be a few 3/4 drive in here. Impacts, ratchets, and extensions, 1/2 inch drive, live here. And I went through all the wrenches, and I've got standard on the left side, metric on the right side, and I keep my standard and metric crescent wrenches in the middle. So then you've got 1/4 inch drive and some 3/8 inch drive sockets that live in this drawer. Got to do a little more reorganization to this toolbox. There's some, I could split this stuff out a little better. And hammers. This one, this belonged to Joe, and was in there, and we call this I'm tired of asking. And of course, I've got a couple ball peen hammers, and they're up in the car right now from where I've been working. And this is a small sledge, of course. There we go. I forgot I had a pipe wrench down there. We'll let that pipe wrench live with that other one. Some stuff that Joe had left behind. Let's see. This is I tried it. It didn't work. I probably need to get it rebuilt. So a little die grinder. Didn't work too hot. Fuel injection testing kit. Got some Noid lights. The fuel testing pressure gauge. And what was this? This is some kind of adapter set for fuel, for checking fuel pressures. Some junk Joe had down there, coils, ignition stuff when he worked at the dealer. And I've moved a bunch of, like I said, I moved a bunch of stuff around. Small angle grinder, my little air saw. This is my angle die grinder, electric ratchet, glove, you know. So, you know, there's your toolbox tour, I guess. Let's see what we got. Some extensions. Ooh, need those. Lay those up there for the time being. There's extensions. What else we got in this bag? Bag of goodies. Ooh, tubing cutter. It lives right there. Alright, I think that's everything. Gloves that I keep when I go to the junkyard. But find somewhere to hang this. This is my, like I said, my junkyard bag. Got a couple of them. Go over here and look at comments, see if anybody's still even on here with me. Still got, says I got 5 watching. I'm still here for a bit. My phone's almost dead. Oh yeah, I'm done asking. For sure, Tanner. That acetylene torch? Yeah, that'll get her done. Dang, Brian. Sleep 2 to 3 hours since I was hit by a semi-driver. Fell asleep behind the wheel. I was on the side of turnpike and tow truck. Lucky to be alive. I have fractures. 5 and 6 vertebrae. Makes every day challenging time. I bet, brother. Man, that's tough. Be praying for you there, man. That's a tough deal. Glad you made it through. The alternative's not good. Well, depends on how you look at it. If you're looking at it biblically, yeah, you know, it is what it is. We move on to a better life. But I am glad you are still here with us, brother, hanging out and doing car stuff. Appreciate you, brother. Ooh, Butterfinger. We made a dent in the garage. We've thrown a few things away, moved a little bit around. This is pretty cool. Can't really see it on the camera shot here, but this toolbox, this upper toolbox right here, and this lower rolling cabinet right here, my son Ben was headed out for work one morning, and he got to the end of our driveway and was turning right, and he looked, sitting across the street was this toolbox, just sitting there. And I was on my way in from work, and he was headed out to work. I was on my way in. He called me. He's like, or sent me this picture, and then he called me and said, "Dude, just sitting out by the street, across the street. It's a husky." And I'm like, "Dude, grab it." So he did. He grabbed it, rolled up here by the house, and I didn't do much to it, but kind of knocked some of the dust off of it. But it's got the 2 roller drawers and got the big storage compartment in the bottom. And I haven't used it for a toolbox. If he ever gets a place of his own house, I'll give it to him. But in the meantime, I'm using it as I can roll it around the shop and use the top on it. Anybody who's watched the videos on me doing that Nissan, when I redid the cylinder head on it, I used that as my portable table. I just took and rolled it up there, set the cylinder head on it, could flip it around. When I get done, I could take and just move the whole thing out of the way. For working on a cylinder head, it was perfect. The only thing I'd really like to do to it to make it like a portable top is you probably could find some at, say, maybe Home Depot, or back up. Could use probably just put a piece of 3/4 inch plywood cut out to fit the top, and or what I have seen some of the other guys do, but you'd probably find somebody to cut it down for you. If you could find some of that butcher block top, like people use for cutting meat on in their kitchen, they get a butcher block top. Get you a big old thick slab of that and put on top of it, and maybe put a couple screws in the bottom of it just to kind of hold it in place. But that makes that bottom rolling around box makes a really good work surface. It's not too big, and actually, in that vein, you could probably build some little risers. Just hook some risers to it, and let me go move around this side, and you could do a butcher block top or a piece of plywood, 3/4 plywood, where it extended it and made it a little wider this way and a little longer, and you'd have a bigger surface to work on. Maybe put a rim around the edge of it, and then you could just get done working on something. You could take like in a small garage like I'm working in here, and just move it over out of the way. So, but using it just like it is has been fine. I I've been wanting to redo my camper table with butcher block. Yeah, man, that'd be cool. And I wonder if you could use you could put teak oil on it or something. I don't know. I know they make some food grade finishes you can put on top of that too. Uh, so like if you're going to be prepping food on it or sitting down to eat at it, you could probably put something on it like that. That's a food grade preservative to keep it. So I'm not sure what that product is, but I know they exist. So yeah, this is my seam sealer. My seam sealer. It's I don't know, 7, 8 years old. Watch that video or not? When I went to get this stuff out, was planning on using it. Like, no, it doesn't last in the tube 7, 8 years. It's got an expiration date on it. This stuff's probably only good a year and a half, 2 years maybe. But yeah, I went to get this stuff out thinking, well, I'll just keep it in the cabinet. No. So don't buy up a whole bunch more seam sealer than you think you're going to need. Get just enough to do the job at the time, so that way you don't end up with throwing money away. Because these things are, I don't know, they're $10 or $12 a piece. So that's $25 flush down the toilet. Is what it is, though. Yeah, I gotta do something about getting the leaves out of here. Tanner, if you're still with me, you can tell Ben he needs to do something with these stupid drop spindles that that he had. Let me take a look. How's my battery doing? I don't even know. All right, guys, let's see how long we've been on here. We're probably gonna hop off pretty quick. Yeah, we've been on about an hour and a half. Let's see. When you got concrete tool cart is a must. Yeah, that's for sure. That and body man. Cherry wheels is nice too. Yeah. Thanks, Tanner. Appreciate that. I've been on him about it. I really don't know what to do with them as far as those spindles. We did that 2-4 drop on his truck one afternoon, and on his little S10. Probably should have videoed that. That would have made some good video. But yeah, I got some stock S10 spindles sitting here in a box. Been sitting here for, I don't know, 4 or 5 months, maybe longer. Probably need to move them down the hill to the storage shed. Not doing me any good, just sitting in my way. All right, guys. Well, it's been good hanging out with you and talking with you in the shop. I'm going to keep working in it here and getting cleaned up. I appreciate y'all dropping by, and maybe we'll do this again some other time. Please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see y'all later.